You just spent $27 on a bottle of extra virgin olive oil. It has an Italian flag on it. There is a Tuscan villa on the label, and a farmer who looks like he has been pressing olives since before your grandparents were born. You felt good about that purchase. You told yourself it was worth it. Here is the truth. You did not buy olive oil. You bought a very convincing label and almost a piece of art. It is a lie in a bottle, and the people who put it there are counting on you never finding out. But they did not count on one thing. You are watching this video, and what I'm about to show you is not an opinion, it is a system that has been running inside every major supermarket in America for decades. And once you see how it works, the grocery store shelf is never going to look the same way again. Today I am going to show you that system, the specific brands using it right now, and the 5 bottles that are actually real. One of them costs 50 cents per ounce and beats every premium brand on this list. Stay with me because you are not going to guess which one it is. Now, before you say you do not really care about olive oil, you do. Here is why. Real extra virgin olive oil contains something called oleocanthal. It works like ibuprofen inside your body, cuts chronic inflammation, protects your brain. Some research suggests it may interfere with cancer cell growth. The fake version has none of that, 0. And here is how you prove it right now. Pour a small amount on a spoon and swallow it. Real extra virgin olive oil burns at the back of your throat. That burn is the oleocanthal. No burn means no oleocanthal. No oleocanthal means you have been paying $27 for a very expensive salad dressing with 0 health benefits. Go ahead, we will wait. So every time you cook with that oil thinking you are being healthy, you are paying $27 for Tunisian vegetable oil with an Italian accent. But the money is only part of what they are taking. The bigger theft is something else entirely. And here is the number that changes everything. A landmark study by UC Davis tested the top-selling olive oil brands on American supermarket shelves. The result? 73% failed. Nearly 3 out of every 4 bottles. And these are not obscure brands. These are the exact ones you walk past every week. Here is who they are, and they get worse as we go. Good and Gather at Target. Consumer Reports gave it 2 out of 5. No harvest date, no polyphenol data, no specific country of origin. For a product labeled premium, that is a suspicious amount of missing information. But this is not the worst grocery store brand on this list. The next one sources from 7 countries at once. Great value at Walmart, 7 countries, 1 bottle. Consumer Reports also gave it 2 out of 5. Complete absence of fruit flavor. That is not a preference. That is evidence the oil was never extra virgin to begin with. Star Olive Oil, 9 countries across 5 continents, 61% failure rate in UC Davis, allegations of cutting olive oil with canola oil and still calling it extra virgin, and we are still not at the worst one, Bertolli. Dating back to 1865, sold to a Spanish conglomerate in 2014, investigated by the Italian government in 2015 for mislabeling. 72% of their products failed UC Davis tests. Their response? Nothing. The lawsuits kept coming. The label stayed the same. Even Bertolli is not the worst. The next brand has a failure rate that will make you put down whatever you are holding right now. Filippo Berio, even older, even worse, 83% failure rate. Also investigated in 2015. Customers described a suspicious aftertaste. That aftertaste is oxidized oil. You are literally tasting the fraud. And we are still not at number 1. The number 1 brand is the one that will genuinely shock you, because you have almost certainly bought it. Pompeian, the number 1 best-selling olive oil brand in the United States, and the single worst performer in the entire UC Davis study. 94% failure rate. 1 out of every 18 bottles passes the extra virgin test. 1 out of 18 sued for mixing rapeseed oil with olive oil and selling it as extra virgin. The most popular olive oil in America is not olive oil, and they have known that for over a decade. Now here is how to spot a fake before you even pick it up. No harvest date means they are hiding something. Multiple countries of origin means nobody knows what is in that bottle. No polyphenol data means there is nothing to brag about, and the FDA has one rule worth knowing. If the label says extra virgin, that phrase carries the legal weight of a pinky promise. There is no enforcement, none. That $27 should have guaranteed quality. In most cases, it guaranteed nothing but a convincing label. But here is where everything changes. And remember that bottle at 50 cents per ounce. I mentioned at the beginning, you are almost there. 5 brands that are actually olive oil, starting with number 5 and getting better as we go. Number 5, California Olive Ranch. 230 awards in 10 years. QR code on every bottle to check polyphenol levels of your exact batch. Single source. Harvest date always visible. Fruity, grassy taste with a hint of mint. Perfect for cooking and dipping. UC Davis tested it, came out clean, around 65 cents per ounce. Number 4, Cobram Estate. Australian brand built with modern cold pressing technology. Higher oleocanthal content than most Italian brands. World's healthiest extra virgin olive oil award. Nutty flavor with hints of fruit and herbs. Want the peppery burn that proves the oleocanthal is real? Go for their 100% Australian line. Number 3, Kirkland Signature at Costco. The store brand that beats nearly every premium bottle on the shelf. Certified by Bureau Veritas, one of Europe's most respected independent testing organizations. Harvest dates, press dates, full traceability on every bottle. Organic line costs 28 cents per ounce, less than half the price of the brands we just exposed. Number 2, Graza, 4 years old. Now the 5th best-selling olive oil brand in the country, single source from Spain, picked, pressed, and bottled in the same season so nothing has time to oxidize. Wirecutter called it the best all-purpose oil on the market. Consumer Reports gave it 4 out of 5, 53 cents per ounce. And number 1, the 50-cent bottle I mentioned at the beginning, the one nobody sees coming. Aldi's specially selected Sicilian Extra Virgin. Critics describe it as a blend of artichoke and green apples. People are adding it to their coffee to make it creamier. Certified and produced in Italy. Harvest date on the bottle, 4 out of 5 from Consumer Reports, 50 cents per ounce. The best bottle on this entire list costs the least. That is what happens when a brand does not spend its budget on Tuscan villas and family crests. Here is what makes this actually infuriating. Bertolli, Filippo Berio, and Pompeian have known about these studies for over a decade. The UC Davis report came out in 2011. The Italian government investigated in 2015. The lawsuits have been running for years. The bottles look exactly the same today. Because it is cheaper to print a villa on a label than to press real oil. The system is not broken. It is working exactly the way they designed it, for them, not for you. And every $27 bottle you buy is proof that it is working. Nobody paid me for this. Not Kirkland, not Aldi, not Graza, not California Olive Ranch. None of them know I exist. I am recommending them because the data backs them up, and because I think you deserve to know what is actually in the bottle you are buying. I just read the studies, followed the lawsuits, and traced the money, which, as always, leads away from your kitchen and into theirs. If this video changed what you put in your grocery cart this week, subscribe, because next time we are going somewhere that is going to make this one feel like a warm-up.